Okay, so here are the eggs. These are eggs that I've collected over the last week or so. And I've got two different pens actually. This right here is from my general laying population. But what I did was I put them in with a cream leg bar rooster. So all of these tan looking eggs should come out kind of like an olive colored from the second generation. And these are like Americana or whatever that already laid green eggs, and so that should just give them another dose of the blue egg laying genes. Up here, these are actually just dual purpose birds, various dual purpose birds. I think I've got a couple of red broiler hens in there, which I've actually had really good production. Like this is a red broiler, one of my main red broiler hens right there. She actually lays really consistently, which is why I kept her and didn't butcher her. And then so I crossed her with my breast rooster. So all of these are the breast rooster. All of these are cream leg bar rooster, and I've got them marked on there as far as what the rooster was, what the laying date or collection date was. I also have like this one here. I think is from blue Australorp hen, and there's also a Rhode Island red in there somewhere, but I'm not sure which one is her egg. So I'll just put all these in here, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's all set up. This is the maximum. I actually had like a dozen more eggs that I had collected, but I went through and these are the ones that I selected for best uniform shell shape, condition, also color variation that I wanted to have to try to get it for the second generation here, especially with the olive egg type stuff. Okay, so here's all those same eggs in the turner, and what I've got is there's a line right here. These are all my breast rooster. These are all the cream leg bar rooster, and I've kind of tried to arrange them randomly with the dates that they were laid, so that there's not any one particular date that is closer or further away from the light bulb, and that's just to try to give the best overall chance, I guess, for each date hatched. Does that need to be done? I don't know. Probably not. But that way, you know, we'll at least keep it random in placement and hope for the best overall hatch result. So since I've had the lid open for a little while, we've got my humidity has dropped quite a bit, and temperature is quite a bit lower too. So I just got this mister that I spray some water in here. You can even spray the eggs a little bit, and we'll put the lid on. Okay, so we've got the lid back on. Our temperature and humidity are going back up. It'll go pretty high initially before it kind of settles. And so on here, what I've got is I've kind of, like, you could tell that this is, some would say, rinky-dink, but I've got this sealed on the bottom all the way around with some duct tape, and then on the top what I have is some cardboard, and what this actually does is it somewhat acts as a gasket once the humidity is high enough, and I've got it taped on 3 sides. I do not tape it on the back. But you'll see, like right here, you can see there's kind of a discoloration to the packaging tape when the humidity level starts to get high, and so this just helps to kind of help create my seal. But you don't want it to be completely airtight, because you want there to actually be some circulation. So I actually have some vent holes here. I've got 3 on the side, and like I said, I do not tape along the backside there. So between all those, we're helping to regulate the temperature, but we're also helping to regulate the humidity. So if I see that the humidity is dropping down too much, I don't want to untape this here for the first week. Once I do my first candling, I'll take that all off. I'll check everything. Any of the ones that have not developed, I'll take those out at that time and check. There's underneath here, I actually have a pan of water that helps to regulate the humidity as well. As the temperature remains constant, that should kind of create a consistent environment in there. But like I said, I just sprayed, so it's up to like 52% humidity right now, which is slightly high. You want to keep it somewhere between like 30 and 50. And then on our temperature, we're still, you can't really pick that up because of the resolution, but it's 78.9 right now. And inside, it's registering at 81. So that'll come up to temperature. Like I said, it's been running for a couple days, so it was pretty consistent prior to me opening the lid here. And we'll just plan on just monitoring it. I usually monitor it like 3 or 4 times a day just to make sure that there's not an issue. Sometimes the bulb will go out. I've got 2 fresh bulbs in this one, so that shouldn't be an issue on here. But in the event that a bulb does go out, it's going to struggle to keep it up to temperature, so you want to make sure that you catch that really quickly, change that out really quickly, have some extras on hand. And then the other thing is the humidity level. You want to make sure that that's staying high enough, but not too high, to where there's not going to be enough evaporation of the yolk or the white or whatever inside, and helping that air sac develop in the egg. What that can lead to is basically your chicks will drown if there's too much moisture in there at a certain time in their development. And like I said, the humidity somewhere between 30 and 50% for this first stage, which is the first 18 days, and temperature 99.5 would be ideal, but keeping it exactly there, you don't need to get too much of a headache. Just keep it within a degree above or a degree below to where it fluctuates. Like I said, the thermostat control that I have, it's a 2-degree difference, so it shuts off and turns back on. And so as long as that middle range is pretty much within the 101 to 99 is what I try to keep it roughly. These, I've had pretty good success rates with hatching this out. So I'll keep you guys posted as I get to different stages. I'll record more videos. When I'm ready to candle, we'll record another video here, and might even have some additional videos in between with either this or other things on the farm. Okay, so this is Thursday. I started the eggs on Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to try something that I've never tried before, which means I actually have to shut off. I've got a candling light here, and I'm going to try to actually unplug this light here and just put instead of pulling out each individual egg, I'm going to put the candle up to each one and check for any kind of development on the inside. So we'll see how this turns out. I think they're down too far. I can see some veining, but I think they're down too far. There's some veining on that one. Okay, let's try the other way. There is some veining going on in there. See a dark spot. So that one should be. So that's the main thing you're looking for, is you're looking for the veins to be developed. And this is a blue blue shell, so it's a little bit harder to see, but it comes in on the camera. But you can see there's some veining going on, and you also see a dark mass. So at this point, that's pretty much what we're looking for. Now, this is the start of day 5. Basically, we're a few hours into day 5. There's some veins. And if you want to wait until, usually I wait until day 7. There's some really good veins there. Day 7 is when you can really see the eye start to develop. So it'll be a nice little dark spot in there. But you want to just look, like I said, you want to see there should be a small little mass in there attached to that web of veins, and that'll tell you that it's beginning to develop. If it's just cloudy, or if you candle your eggs when you first put them in there, just to kind of get there's a good little lump. Now see, this one's not. Here's one, and I think this one did not develop at all. That looks like it's just the yolk in there. There's no veining going on, so this would have been a good one if I had candled these beforehand, or if I'd never candled an egg before. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mark this one. It's not gonna be a problem for the first week or so if you leave those. That shows up. You can kind of see a little bit of eye starting to form there. I can't really see on camera. Try to get a close up there. See a little eye starting to develop there, a little dark spot in the center of that webbing. So that's what you're looking for. And obviously there's still a big yolk in there for them to develop from. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and I'll catch you up on the next phase here. Okay, so I've candled all the eggs, and I wanted to show a couple examples here. So this one right here, you can see there's like essentially it's a red ring where the blood vessels kind of started to form, and then there was just no more progress. And so it'll basically be like a halo at one level all around the egg. So I put a circle on those. That's what it's at least looking like. But this little egg here, I found that when I candled it, I actually could see the embryo moving around, and you can actually see the heartbeat going. So I wanted to show you that. So you can see that there is a little beginning of a chicken in there. Oh, that was kind of a neat illustration there. Like I said, in the next couple days, you'll start to see a little black dot, whether it's the eyes or the brain or whatever. It just begins to form a lot quicker here in the next couple days. So wanted to give you guys a close-up of that and see that little life starting in there. So out of 41 eggs, I think there were 4 or 5 that were not showing the webbing that we were looking for, and 2 of them were actually from one of my Americana, I believe it was from one of my Americana chicks or chickens, and it was the same chicken. So I just don't know that she was with the rooster enough. This one's looking like it's just either not fertile or just never did anything. If it's showing up on camera well enough or not, but there's a little bit of a heartbeat going on in there. So that is it. As I said, this is day 5, or the beginning of day 5. So next time I'll probably candle these, I'd say maybe day 10 or so, and any of the ones that are not developed at all, I'll go ahead and take those out and throw those away, and I'll show you the progress of what we've got going inside the shell on some of the ones that are developing. So thanks for joining, and stay tuned.